Okay, really good team victory. It's what I just told the team was overall good effort by all three sides. I thought our offense made tough first downs, tough yards when they needed to. Late in the game, they protected the football. We need to clean it up. We did have a couple that we need to stay away from. Defensively, it came down to third downs again, getting them behind the chains, getting them to some second and long and third and long, and getting off the field. See, we were 3 of 13, so that's where the game's been for us. We've been really not executing and not playing to our potential on third downs. And so when you can get off the field, you limit your opportunities, you limit yards and points and the whole deal. So really good team victory, proud of those guys. It's really important for us to play well this weekend when we honor the 4 gentlemen that we did on Thursday, and then to have the Hall of Fame weekend. I have great respect for all those people, and that's the way this football team needs to play, with that passion and energy that every fan expects, that we expect, and that we will do. These guys mean right. We had work to do and have work to do, and we'll continue to work at it. But they're you know, they've come to work. They've accepted it. They've looked in the mirror. You can't change the past, but we can certainly change our future and push forward. So really, it's, you know, it just feels good, you know, to get to 500. Again, it wasn't the start we wanted, but we can't change the past. But we can certainly learn from our mistakes and push on forward. So we're excited to get on to the next opportunity. It'll be a real challenge next week.
Mark, did you see the defense respond to what you said on Wednesday in the next practices, or was this kind of?
I did, and I just wasn't going to let them accept it on Wednesday. It wasn't that it was just totally, you know, but it's not okay. The way we've been playing, it's not okay. You know, every opportunity we go out there and practice is to get better. We don't go out there just to kill time. And you know, when I see some of it, they mean well. They just need you know, pushed, and you know, we need the discipline, and we need to approach every practice and every play, because you never know what one play is going to make a difference in a game. And so I think our approach has been better.
Did you have a player or two step forward and say?
I think I could just see it with all of them. You know, I really could. I don't know, but it really appeared to me that the guys up front played really much tougher tonight. And I know Avante made a couple critical plays. You guys know in the past couple games in the third and medium, when we were getting some good pressure, I knew they would come to some run at some point. And he made a great play on the third and medium, really disciplined play, and that was big. And he made a few plays that stood out to me, and Courtney, I know, had some good pressures, and of course the guys off the edge had some good rushes as well. So I thought it all starts up there. Those guys have to play with that attitude and that technique and be that precise all the time. And there were still things in there. You know, there were things that we blew. We gave them, or I don't mean to be disrespectful, we didn't execute on the third down that gave them the 3 points. And that's not okay. So,
Coach, what is it that Biggie Snell gives you that maybe the other running backs don't?
well, I don't know. I mean, obviously he's physical. He's a strong guy. Boom is super explosive and can take it, you know, the distance at any time. But then he's a little different changeup. He has really good vision, really good patience, and he's very strong.
Does his style kind of allow you to use him in a closer role almost?
It does. Yes, and in critical situations, those tough yards, we all know that certain games are going to come down to very close calls in inches. And it was nice to see our O-line get that 4th down right there and not have to go back on the field. That's the way you want it. And so, but yeah, he can give us that chance.
Did your secondary answer the bell tonight?
It did. They were much sharper. And those were the guys, you know, also that I've been, you know, leaning on, because, you know, we need to play better. And they played a lot better today.
Mark, your biggest win since you've been here?
You know, they're all, you know, they're so tough. You know, they're tough. they're tough. It's not an easy business, and that's okay. We know what we're in for, and yeah, it's a big win. It is. I guess you could say that. We're in year 4, and we all know what comes with it. The heat's always on, and you know, so you know, it comes with the territory. So it was a needed win. Yes.
At one point, Stephen is 7 of 8, but you're 1 for 6 on third down. We're trying not to put too much burden on his shoulder. And
Yeah,
third
he missed the 1 third down, I want to say, over the middle. We thought it was open. He overthrew it and got the interception. And then some of it was protection. I thought late in the game we had a third down that we had it schemed up pretty good. We thought it was there. And I don't know if his vision was bad or protection broke down, but he pulled it down. I think he was, you know, wanting to be careful with the football at that point also.
How do you evaluate him overall?
I'll have to watch the film. You know, I know he made plays when he had to.
How big was his scramble to get down to the 1 on that third down?
Yeah, that was very big, and that's what you guys know. We've seen people do that to us. It's a backbreaker when you have things covered or you get some good pressure and a guy pulls it down and scrambles and makes that first down. It hurts your defense, and it was big for us. And it was a smart decision and good vision by him and a good run.
Is this the best game that Denzel Ware's played since he's been in?
He looked like he played really solid to me. He missed one. You'll probably see it on TV. Like I was chewing his butt during the game, but he didn't get. You know, he lost some leverage on a swing that we had corrected at halftime on some things. And so, but yes, he was. A couple things I noticed when we got him behind the chains, he was very physical on the counter that had been hurting us earlier in the year, and some things we cleaned up. And he made one play in particular. I know that got him his second and long on a counter that he was, you know, very physical.
Mark, did you sense that the statue ceremony?
And then the coverage I thought was big on the third on the sprint out. He got that corrected from me chewing his ear off, and then he was out there and made a nice play in the flat. I'm sorry.
Did you sense the statue ceremony had an impact on your guys'
I think it did. I really do. I think that was very important for us to show the courage of those guys, and you know, and what they've done, and knowing the difference between right and wrong, and those guys really made a stand and made a difference, and had an impact on a lot of people's lives, and you know, taught others at that time and are still teaching others today. And it was very important for our team to be there and for myself to be there, and we have great respect for those gentlemen and like I said, the inductees as well.
Any significant injuries?
I don't think so.
Did you invite Wesley Woodyard to talk to the team beforehand? It looked like he
I
had a
told him when I went out there that I wanted him to, and I couldn't find him before. I would have loved him to talk to the team
Boy, he had your
beforehand.
defense.
But yeah, and I told him that as soon as I went on the field. So I hope he was around there getting them jacked up because I wanted him to.
Anybody else? If not, thank you very much, coaches and players across the hall.
Thank you.